Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Carr. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Y'all play. You draw Corker. He's coming. We got double up. 57's the mic. Rock 57. Here we go. Joker.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Got a man, it's Brown. A gain of 39 that time. Now that's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give up a 3rd to him, whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline. You're persona non grata on our team at that point.
Here's Jacobs. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Carr. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Back to throw, Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Number 53, Mike 53.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Dorsett making the catch. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Philip Dorsett, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing on first down is Carr, and it's incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. Carr now already at 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
From just shy of midfield, Carr. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Rush in, rush in, rush it through.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the high.
But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quentin Williams. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Jim, 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 Jim. Kill. 93. 93. Hey, wahoo.
Now Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big 30-yard play on third. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Here's Jacobs. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Garyon Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 6-yard line.
Monday, down. You ready? 54, 54. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! 6-18.
On 2nd and 9. Carr. Man open left side is Brown. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Down. You right, Eddie? White Monday.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 29-yard line.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. Into the red zone, it's Carr. This to Jarwin. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Terrell Basham in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
53, check, lady. I don't think you got it, son. 53's the mic.
Here's Darnold. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Philip Dorsett. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets will extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. The open man here, Renfro. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 15 yards on the play, first down. Carr now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Carr. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
6-man. Check
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr now to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. And he finds a man with a crossing route. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Carr. Caught outright by Renfro. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. From the gun, Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, I-7.
Operating from the gun, Carr. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Take over 1st and 10.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
53, check 53. Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant.
On 2nd and 11 now, Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Carr now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
2nd and 5 now. Carr. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Now, that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s, and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll go again with Bell. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
53, check 53. 65, 65. 65. Young lady. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Garyon Conley. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. 3 quarters in the books. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. Here's Carr to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Leonard Williams picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Here's Carr. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So they fought half the battle here, but they're still down.
Plenty of work still left for them, but they delivered in the first step in their comeback attempt.
Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it. Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. He finds his target. It's Crowder. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He'll let this go for the end zone. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
I'm going back to you. You're mine.
To throw his car. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Carr. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
After the interception, here's Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
Let's go, let's go.
Greystone, travel.
53, Mike, 53. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
A first down throw, Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Hey, lady.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check 24. Check 24.
Topper, topper. The lady. The lady.
Save.
This is Bell. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Hey, lady. Check. 53's Mike. Check that.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And his kick is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Intended for Tyrell Williams. Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Run, Raider one.
To throw again. Carr. He's got it to Williams. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
637. Hey, orbit.
Shotgun now for Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Avery Williamson drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
You're not ready. You're not ready. 57. Mike, 57. Target.
29.
Carr going to go on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone.
59, Mike. Check, 59. 3 buzz.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. I got you, boy.
And Darnold wants to throw the football. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Jonathan Abram picks it. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 46. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Le'Veon Bell, the ball carrier. Adrian Phillips on the stop.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah.